slept for centuries alone, and dreams of blood upon a throne. But your foolish hands, they touched the key, and now your fate is bound to me. Through darkness I was once set free, now I drag you into misery. I am the shadow in your sight, the curse that haunts the endless night. Your hero fell beneath my light. Shadow in your sight, shadow in your sight, the curse that haunts the endless night. Your hero fell beneath my light. In blood we dance till morning light. We dance till morning light. Betrayed, now cursed to walk this endless fight. No dawn to break this eternal night. I am the shadow in your sight, the curse that haunts the endless night. Your hero fell beneath my light. In blood we dance till morning light. Come close, ye souls, both brave and brash, and hear the ghosts of the salt marsh run. Fog rolls deep on the haunted tide. The salt marsh calls, no place to hide. A shipwreck looms, her sails like bone. The sea won't let her rest alone. Shadows dance round the lantern light, bones and gold in the dead of night. Raise the flag and sound the bell, ghosts of the salt marsh rise and swell. Storm and sea won't break our vow, we chase the past, we live for now. Whoa, whoa. A captain lost, his soul unchained. His whispers ride the wind and rain. They say his treasure still remains, buried deep beneath the waves. Shadows dance round the lantern light, bones and gold in the dead of night. Raise the flag and sound the bell, ghosts of the salt marsh rise and swell. Storm and sea won't break our vow, we chase the past, we live for now. Whoa, whoa. The tide it takes, the tide it gives, but none return, no soul forgives. Dead men tell no tales, they say, yet in the salt marsh they find a way. Raise the flag and sound the bell, ghosts of the salt marsh rise and swell. Storm and sea won't break our vow, we chase the past, we live for now. Whoa, whoa. Tide it takes, the tide it gives, but none return, no soul forgets. Dead men tell no tales, they say, yet in the salt marsh they find a way. Oh, oh.
Sail to the north where the frost winds blow.
where the giants roam and the icebergs grow, to face Charles Stronghold in his frozen keep, and steal back the ship while we put him to sleep. Heave ho, we bring her home with Torvik's revenge on the icy foam. We broke the chains of frost and storm and sailed her south where the winds are warm. The sea of moving ice was dark and wild, but we cut through the cold with a hero's guile. We fought the Jarl on his frozen throne, and now Torvik's revenge is our own. Heave-ho, we bring her home with Torvik's revenge on the icy foam. We broke the chains of frost and storm and sailed her south where the winds are warm. Blades in hand and courage strong, we battled the frost that kept her long. Now Charles Stronghold lies in icebound sleep, while we sail the seas both wide and deep. Sails are full with a southern breeze, no more bound to the frozen seas. Torvik's revenge is ours to steer, for the heroes who show no fear. We bring her home with Torvik's revenge on the icy foam. We broke the chains of frost and storm and sailed her south where the winds are warm. Now we ride on waves of gold, with a tale of glory to be told, of heroes bold and a giant's fall. Torvik's revenge is the prize of all. Now we ride on waves of gold, with the tale of glory to be told, of heroes bold and a giant's fall. Torvik's revenge is the prize of all. Life's an open road when you're 3 feet tall. Never thought we'd find a family at all. One roll of the dice, one twist of fate. Now we're side by side, guess this was our fate. Oh, we bicker, we fight, we don't see eye to eye. But when trouble comes, we're always gonna try. Brothers and sisters who knew we would be a family of heroes, just wait and see. Wait, are we related? We push, we pull, we stumble and fall. Sometimes it feels like we don't know each other at all. But when the chips are down and we make our stand, together we've got half a chance. Even when the road gets rough and life throws down the odds, we've got each other's backs through every trap and fraud.
you
hands
guys
look
so
very
much.
moisturized on camera. I've noticed. So you know what I mean? Like I'm okay with being a hands model inside our little place. All
There
right,
we
let me
go.
move. Let me adjust this guy then. Let me move
Ooh,
up.
that's a new one. I like that one. I like
I
that.
like this guy.
Skyler.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
is
is
a cool balance.
everybody watching. This is our new scene for when we go into combat and less RP. So you can see everybody at the bottom and see more of the
Yeah.
of the map.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so thank you everyone who made it through our intermission as we were taking care of multiple technical difficulties, but I think we're good. Can we get a sound check from audience members saying we can hear everyone? So we'll just say everyone go around the table and just introduce who they are and who they're playing, just for the new people who popped in. Starting
Ubukaka.
with, we'll start with Tim and go to the right.
Merrick, the rogue.
Poppy Centerbraid, the cleric.
Kate, the face of the party, the really nice person that likes everyone, the warlock with everything.
Admira Fleetfoot, I am the ranger.
Alice Willow, fighter.
All right, chat.
Have some theatrics, people. Come on, we're the performers here.
You've got enough for us.
Oh, the shade was yeeted. All right. Fast forward to the we'll just say we're with the amazing performance of Cade Fellstar, the Fellstar brothers, and Dross being the heel.
Are we bowed out?
You
Do
guys
we
are
just
bowed out.
Yeah,
with
all right. Woo,
People
we did it.
cheering, loving, laughing. You put them in the best mood. A sense of danger, control, trust, and comedy with the audience. You couldn't. Yeah, your performance was exceptional. The other performances, everyone is definitely mesmerized by the elemental ribbon dancers with wind, with chilling ice, water performances here and there, everything except fire. Has flaming ribbons aren't as exciting, but also we're ending with the new regimen of a flaming arrow performance. So the joke telling, yeah, that guy is getting it's almost like the crook couldn't come out fast enough to wrap around him and yank him off, and people were cheering with him being shunted, gone. And people are, yeah, you could be the hook girl. People are making loud suggestions of him being the next target instead of Cade. They're like, "We like Cade. Throw knives at this guy." uh, um, and yeah, already forgotten that NPC's name. But so did everyone else, and that's just a testament to his terrible jokes. All right, and now the grand finale. We have Admira, Admira, the ever accurate Fleetfoot. Montague introduces you as a ranger who has never missed a shot, firing from hands or feet, or even pulling a bow with your teeth. You are the best archer in the lands, and you are introduced in your full outfit and your full stage performance. Everyone watching with bated breath. You have your assistant, which will be Annie. I imagine is kind of constantly as the helper of many things. So yeah.
She's our hype. She's our hype girl.
Yeah.
So I put on the theatrics. As Mr. Montague said, I never miss. But I would like one of you in the audience, and I'm like scanning, to witness if I never miss or not, if that is true. And I'm like looking, and I see up in the box, I see the Duchess. And I was like, and we have our lovely volunteer, the Duchess if you would like to come down and stand in front of this target.
Oh my gosh, the crowd goes silent with a gasp. The guard.
I don't wanna interrupt.
Ladies and gentlemen, it will all be fine. She's not going to get hurt, I promise you.
I'll be the glamorous assistant to go and escort the Duchess down, obviously topless, just to.
Top nice.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing the. I'm escorting the Duchess if she comes down, and I'm getting completely away from it because I'm not upstaging my archer friend.
All right, I'm gonna need you to do a performance check, or not performance, persuasion, Admira.
Okay.
And I will do a bonus or negative depending on how the Duchess feels about shirtless men approaching her.
Okay, he's gonna have to do. Or no, me. Admira. Okay, yeah, me. Ooh, that's a 1.
Reroll your halfling. Reroll your halfling.
You're a halfling.
Oh,
you get one
we
reroll.
get yes, yes.
This has never been a more relevant.
20. That's an at 20. Let's go.
1 to a nat 20 is crazy work. That is crazy.
Halflings rule. Halflings
Yeah.
rule.
All halfling party, it'll never be a need for any kind of sense of failure charts here. That's incredible. Good job. All right, you know, regardless of how she feels about being approached by short, shirtless, albeit handsome, charming, performance-based art, she will decide to respond to Admira. She steps free with, you can see her very nervous bodyguard, who is a very powerful looking warrior in almost like Guts style armor with a great sword on his back. And she is still wearing, almost like from behind a veil of the box, she's also wearing a veil over her face, but wearing extravagant, Victorian era, even maybe older than Victorian era style clothing of the highest order. Deep purple, gold trim, accents of blue and colors popping, much like the wall of the city. It is an unbelievable flex of, we'll say, how royalty or people of wealth sport unusual taste and make fashion statements that are hard to follow because you can't afford to, or it's unusual beyond compare. But she glides gracefully down and says, "How curious! I have never been offered the opportunity to be the center of such extravagant assurances of my well-being in a performance like this. Thank you, little man, for escorting me. You are very brave."
As she says that, I'll walk up to her and I will put my hand.
He's muted.
Well,
I'll say it's always brave to be in this close to someone such as yourself.
All right, she nods and smiles. And Skylar, you were saying?
yeah, I'm gonna walk up and I will. I'll tell her, "Milady, I assure you that you will not be frightened, and you will not be injured." And I'm gonna cast heroism on her. She gets 3 temporary hit points, and she is incapable of being frightened.
What if I
And
want
she,
to be
and she has a glow.
What if I like the thrill of being scared for once in my life?
Well, you won't be scared right now. And as I run away.
Strange little creature, how charming to be enchanted and blessed from faraway lands.
I bow out straight away because obviously this is not my show, so we're just.
Is there a place for me to sit and watch? What is going to happen?
Yes, so we So as that conversation is going on, we have set up a mechanism has been set up where she will stand, and there is a fuse right above her head, where the fuse line goes up, and it's attached to this ball. So when the fuse lights the ball will pop open, and confetti will fly down to end, a great night.
Are you saying this? Or are you like, or is this like
No,
in character, out of character?
out of character, yeah. So they're
Okay.
setting that up, and as they set it up, I'm going to like position her where she stands, like right this way, my lady. If you would just so gracefully stand there and look your most elegance.
Am
That
I
is
not
that is
already?
all we require you. Your most elegance. You're very elegant. All you have to do, all you have to do is just stand there and look beautiful.
I like you. I think you are very interesting, and you are beautiful yourself.
Oh, well,
You,
I like curtsy a little. I'm like, thank you. How honorable and kind of you to say that.
From the
is
back.
this your sister over there helping you? Are these your sisters?
No, we're not related. We kind of all gathered here, and we've been, traveling ever since together.
As they're
Wonderful.
talking, I'm just arranging her skirts so it looks elegant draped on the platform and beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
From the
Thank
from
you.
the back seat, you hear,
Very
"You look so heroic."
and the crowd cheers. Long live Lady Zelruska! Yes. Um, and you can even see kind of a grizzled old warrior kind of nod and say, "Three cheers for the mother of fire and steel!" And she goes, "Oh no, please! I have not been called that since my warrior days. Please, no! I am no mother of fire or steel. I am so happy to be so pridefully engaged in the pastime of my people, which is drinking, eating good food, and being in harm's way." Oh, I feel so courageous. I never usually speak like this.
Well, as you should. I mean, you look the most courageous part.
I'm ready. What is going to happen? Are you going to shoot me with weapons and I'm going to bounce off like shirtless, handsome little man?
So my act for today, I will be I would be doing a handstand, and I will be shooting a flame arrow at the fuse above your head.
My goodness, this sounds very dangerous. At that point, you can see one of the powerful looking warrior who's kind of walked down to the edge, and he's like very intense and nervous. He says, "My lady, you should not do this. This is a great risk to your well-being. We cannot say for certain this performance has been vetted. Could be an attempt on your life. My lady, please let them take me instead for this performance." Nonsense. I have no fears, and I didn't have any fears before being enchanted or blessed, and I won't turn down the opportunity to experiencing something fresh and new. After all, I have a beautiful ball to throw soon, and I might need performers to entertain. And this would be a wonderful opportunity. Consider this, if you are interested, a very lucrative test of your skills. And I mean lucrative. Of course, if anything happens to me, then I know that would be the end of your illustrious careers, and your last performance will be an example for all performers not to follow.
Yes, I knew what was at stake. Picking you to be his volunteer. But this just shows how confident I am in my abilities.
I like this. All right. Um, Very good. I just stand here.
Yes, yes. You just stand as still as you possibly can.
I am not scared. I want to feel scared. Maybe you do this blindfold?
You are very interesting yourself. I do like you as well. I ask Calcis for a blindfold.
I'll look at her and I walk over. Are you sure?
No, but how can I turn her down?
Okay.
Do we have any fake blindfolds that look like they're blindfolds, but you can still see through them, like the Carney Act?
I'm actually going to drop it accidentally on purpose. And when I stand back up, I just want to kind of nick it on the side of one of the daggers on my blade, on my belt. Facing Amira, not facing the Duchess.
Okay.
And be like, okay, let me put this on you. And then make sure it's adjusted the right way.
All right. Do a
Oh,
sleight
I'm
of
gonna
hand
leave it.
check.
I'm gonna. Yeah, okay.
We'll have her do a sleight of hand as she's.
So I'm going
perfectly-
to, yeah, I'm going to leave it like on my forehead because I'm going to take, like, literally take an arrow out of my quiver, and I'm going to drip oil on it and then light it on fire
The crowd
and
is
knock
like
it.
already clapping. Their a great deal of noise and excitement. At any point in time, you feel like you have the power to just hush them with a gesture. You have full control of the moment. Even the Duchess is expanding her arms and proudly just holding herself in a position of regal fearlessness, of just, I am eating this up. I'm a part of something that is bold and dangerous, and she is so excited herself.
16 plus 1, so 17.
All right, very good sleight of hand check. Very graceful.
All right, so I lower the blindfold and I get into my handstand position.
All right.
And you'll notice there
Acrobatics.
is a tear on one side, so if you just made sure you adjusted it, you can see fairly well out of that one eye.
Yeah, I'm going in my head. I'm like, oh, thank God.
That's what friends are for. All right, do an acrobatics check. No penalty is because you're intuitively able to use your proprioception to know where your body is in space.
That is a 22.
22. Like every performance you've ever done, lining it up. A little bit of that oil is kind of dripping on the arrow. You could feel the heat kind of behind you as you're getting ready to draw it with your legs above your head, and kind of just looking in her direction with the blindfold. And it's such a tiny pinprick, expertly done, that you can see a great deal through one eye, and no one can see that you can see that well. All right, make your attack roll. Good luck.
Oh, that is a 28.
What? Dang. That is. Wait, what did you roll on the die? Is that not?
A 19.
That's incredible. You
Or
fired
26, I'm sorry. Yeah, 26.
26 still. I mean,
Yeah.
amazing.
That hits
Amazing
TMI.
roll.
That's good.
Yeah. It's like demigods at level 3. Level 3. You send that flaming arrow sailing once again through, igniting the fuse, and sailing safely, unfortunately, to the curtains. Were any of you guys preparing for any kind of fire control as the flaming arrow continues on its course to strike the curtains back, separating the performers from the audience?
If we knew about that beforehand and we did, I would have had buckets of water beside the stage behind it.
I can create water. I can just go.
Yeah, you can just create water with a gesture. Behind the scenes, behind the audience's purview, you extinguish the burnt curtain before it truly spreads. But it's an oil fire. So it would actually spread.
Well, it's no. It was the curtain is on fire. It was just started by an
arrow.
arrow that
soaked in
had oil on it.
Yeah. Honestly, the oil would probably have gone not being as important. I'm just trying to think. Do any fighter experts want to run us over?
But no, you're right.
You know,
If it was a straight up oil fire, if there was oil on the ground, yeah, water would not do anything.
I don't think
to it.
water would interact that much with this little bitty amount of oil. Yeah, it's the cloth. In that case, you're fine. No fire breaks out. We're safe. But in any case, the fuse, the pop of explosion, and the mass of confetti goes a great area over the entire battlefield. I mean, the performance field, as a great roar of cheers. The relief of her bodyguard is just like sagging, like he's almost had a heart attack, like he's too old for this. And at that point, she is going to glide in her dress over to Admira and just say, "Darling, that was incredible. I need to have you at my great masquerade ball. Will you perform for me?"
That I like, you know, I do like bend down to one knee. I put my hand, like that would be, you know, of the highest honor. But am I allowed to invite the rest of the crew? I cannot do this without them.
I will allow you to have assistant staff. If you could understand, I want to pay for the best, and I'm willing to give you 500 gold to be divvied up amidst whoever, and I want a show even better than this. She's going to grab you gently under the chin, like she's going to look, I know, looming over you. She's tall, and she's going to say, I need more of that dangerous beauty. Bring everything you have. You are most welcome.
I look at her dead in the eye and I said, "My lady, you shall have it.
Wonderful.
The best of the best."
This has made my very long month most enjoyable. You have brought great excitement and joy. My people have finally seen what is the point of all of this. It is for this. And at that, she turns around, holds your hand up, and you know, like a champion boxer, just holds it up and says, "Do not forget how Aelor's Reach is host to greatness, where land meets sea, we welcome all." At that, I bid you all good night. It has been wonderful seeing my people wield with such smiles and laughter. Good work. Very good work, everyone. Now drink, be merry. And at that point, she gives a sign, and her guards reach and draw gold, and start tossing gold and flicking it out everywhere and anywhere where people are reaching and grabbing. Then some handfuls of silver are being cast out, and a legendary knight. You even see Montague like scurrying from under the bleachers, picking up, you know, gold and silver that people like can't grab a hold of or are fighting over. As she's kind of making her way on her way out, Monty kind of remembers himself, separates from the gold, and says, "A performance of a poem in honor of Aelor's Reach. I have for you, all of us together, right before curtains fall, honoring the history of Aelor's Reach." And he kind of scuttles out, and he says, "Yes, our great Cade Felstar, oratory extraordinaire, a master of the oral magics of great subtleties." And with all of you lined up with him, he will have Cade stand forward, and he will hand him a scroll and say,
I'm gonna basically just I'll describe how I'm reading this because obviously I don't have the scroll, but I'm basically gonna read it with a slow, velvety tone, my voice dropping deep, smoky whisper that lingers on certain words, like kind of like a caress. I'm going to maintain eye contact with audience members as I go, letting each syllable roll off my tongue deliberately, with strategic pauses that build anticipation.
"Are you wearing a shirt?"
I got my shirt on for this one, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm doing it in the most sort of like exotic way possible without. I've been told I've got to read this verbatim, but I'm just going to do it in the most seductive way possible.
All right. Go ahead and give me a performance check as you laid on thick, reading words you
Okay,
don't even
that's a
recognize. It's
That's a
just
what? That's a 1, but Halfling's luck kicks in. 2 seconds.
Halfling's luck, dude. One, just butcher it.
16, so 23 with Halfling's luck. So
23. Like I said, Montague is just like, he trusts you on a blind read. You're the only one who could pull this off. He just is like, all right, this is going to win us top tier favor, showing in the traditional way. He's old fashioned. We came prepared. Where it really means he last minute was able to kind of get together with a plot to find a poem of the history of this place, something relevant, equivalent almost to like a pledge of allegiance or a national anthem kind of degree of love for the land of Aelor's Reach. And as you kind of read over the text, what languages do you speak to see which, like if you can fully pronounce?
Common, Elvish, and Halfling.
Okay. Unfortunately, they're just words that you just like are nonsense to you, but you can still read the phonetic nature of them. Do an Arcana check for me.
Even if I'm not proficient.
Yes.
Okay. 12.
You finish and feel the script tinge with magic as you realize you've just cast a spell. And immediately, all of you feel a sense of constraint, not a tightness, an aspect of all of your bodies feeling different. But no, it's not your bodies, it's your clothes. And suddenly it feels like all of your clothes are manipulating you. You can feel your muscles and fingers and neck and legs try to fight it, but your pants, your dresses, your acrobatic gear, your armor, it's all moving on its own accord and immediately going to drawing weapons. Weapons freely available, going to reach and grab available, and violence is going to break out. Do we pause here for the great suspense?
I mean,
Wait, so
Or
we
do
just got like charmed?
Your clothes are animated, and they are trying to manipulate you and puppeteer you to draw weapons and attack.
Just
Oh.
just ours, not.
Oh,
the
I'm sorry. I should say you guys feel this. Your great point. It's actually everyone in the audience. It's everyone in the like a fireball area around you all.
Oh shit.
And so
I
audience
know- I
members
know-
are kind of
I know
watching
I'm
as people are
usually good at-
screaming.
I know I'm usually pretty persuasive with my voice, but this is impressive as
Yeah, you're like, this is impressive as your arms go to reach for
Yeah.
weaponry. As you can admire, you watch in horror as you knock an arrow, aiming it at the Duchess. All of you guys are kind of, like I said, drawing weapons, rolling pen in hand, and watch as other people in the crowd, pulling out boot knife, broken bottle, jagged and sharp. The guards even watching in horror as their armor, full plate, is the worst, especially as every joint is being manipulated painfully as they are going and starting to burst with melee violence in every direction. A whole performance theater of almost the edge of murder, slaughter.
Is the Duchess still there?
What'd you say?
Is the Duchess still there?
Yeah, you're
She's
aiming-
still
you're
there.
aiming at- you're aiming
Yes,
her.
you're aiming. You can see her as you're aiming involuntarily with your clothes pointing at her, and that's, I think, where we should aim to end, as this fight could go too long, and I'd rather end with this cliffhanger on our first episode than go too
The
long.
Duchess? No! The
I
Duchess!
have one question.
Yes.
When she's aiming at her, are the Duchess's clothes acting the same way?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
so it's literally everybody,
It's literally everyone is about to ballroom blitz,
including Montague.
including Montague. Well, actually, hold on. Do a perception check.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't notice
So
anything.
basically, everybody in the vicinity of the big top is affected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say this. You don't notice Montague. You actually see he's missing. In the
Oh,
chaos.
Immortal Joe. Immortal
He
So
gave
Joe.
us-
I'm
and
thinking
he-
that because he's the one that handed the scroll over, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did hand you the scroll.
God
All right.
Monty!
Damn your magic, your oral magic, Cade.
That was wrote in chat. I was like, that was a softball. I was like,
There's the lob
Oh,
over the
man.
lob over the plate. All right. With that
So,
said,
Charm is holding true. Got it. Okay.
amazing session. I wanted to thank everyone who made time and energy to bring, like I said, the fun, the excitement, the raids, all of you guys, the chat. You're always a reason why we do this for. We'd love to have an audience. We'd love to create a degree of excitement. We'd love to raise money for, helping people. And obviously appreciate the hype and the trust with storytelling and a shared space like this. My thank you to a cast and crew that kicked so much ass. Session 1 rolled like fire elementals. You guys were hot all the way, and really cool characters. Honestly, you've made. I purposely tried not to look at your character sheets or to know too much, so I could respond organically as NPCs who don't know you. And I gotta say, I'm hooked in the world that you guys have collaborated with me. So, chat, any comments, concerns, kudos, questions, hit them in as we get ready to raid out. But let's do one more exit of who people are and where you can find them for anyone who wants to advertise anything. So I'll just start with saying, once again, thank you for being here. I'm Charm. I'm president of Charmed Fantasy and a happy member of Stronghold D&D to tell stories such as these. Professional DM, professional personal trainer, working with neurological diseases. Hit me up if you need any help with nerd stuff, physical wellness stuff, even dating coach stuff. I am expanding my practices all as a digital nomad to help with online anything. Check out our socials. Follow our channel on Charm Fantasy if you're so inclined to see more of my face, but I'll be here every other Sunday, skipping next Sunday. So, with that said, pass it on to, let's go from Annie all the way and end with the channel's great and illustrious host, so Tim. So, Annie.
Annie, Callus, and yeah, you can find me on most social medias, Annie Shadowfox. You can find me here every other weekend with these illustrious group of people, which today's game was freaking fun. I didn't get to do as much as I would have liked, but that's okay. I watch the show, which is just as enjoyable, if not more so, and trying not to make inappropriate comments, but I still do them anyway. It happens. I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode of this one, and if you have a chance, check out Charm Fantasy, and you can see all the other stuff that we get up to with our other group. It's
Yeah.
usually kind of dark, but fun, but dark. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Coco Bunny 94. I do stream on my own channel. We do a variety of games. But if I'm not on there, you're mainly gonna catch me on somebody else's stream playing D&D. I had an amazing time today. I love Inmir. I love this group. I cannot wait to see where we go. Chat, thank you so much for sticking with us through all the technical difficulties. Y'all are amazing. But yeah, you can catch me on what I got going on this week. You can catch me on Darling Creepshow's channel for the last episode of the Shadow Dark Under the Floorboards. You catch me back here on Wednesday, Wednesday night, and then Saturday we'll be playing a game on Lord Gazumba's channel. And then also my channel redeemed Drunk Phasmophobia for Saturday night, so that's what we will be doing.
Nice.
Okay, and thank you again. Obviously, it's an amazing group. It's going to be great. Hopefully, Cade will actually be. He's a bit different than I normally play. Most of my characters are very serious. This one's quite a fun one. However, next week is session 0 of the Saltmarsh campaign for Stronghold, and I'll be DMing with a group of people. Most of the people you know that has moved from different groups, but that's going to be a very interesting mix of seaside shanties and swashbuckling fun. Tim is not playing a paladin again, so this is like 2 games with not a paladin. So, but I really appreciate it. I think that was great. And Charmed, thank you very much for that. That was a blast. I appreciate it.
Great.
Again, I'm Skylar. I'm the other half of Stronghold D&D, playing Poppy Cinnabraid here. You'll see me here every other Sunday. I'll be in the background running the stream for Pete there, but I'll be back on Wednesday playing Sir Cervantes in that group. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. I'm excited for it. So hopefully I can get some new internet before next week. That's my goal for next week, is to get rid of this crap. So I can't wait for more. See ya.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it, Charm, blessing us with your play style. It was a blast. It really felt in like everything. There's a lot of just theater of the mind that you can feel, which is really cool. I could feel the rain as we were going in and stuff. It really, you know what I mean, like piqued my imagination. So appreciate you. Clap, clap. I don't even know there's a snapping thing that people do now, so I'm gonna be very posh and snap on camera. It's so that just it hurts people's ears. But so let's see. We've got Wednesday. We're kicking off another session 1 for we put the F in Fandolin or Four Beards and a Bunny. It's going to have so many different names. Bottom line, we're starting a completely homebrewed campaign that's going to go to level 20-ish, based on the ending of season 2 and what happened in the now named Everwinter. Pete threw a monkey wrench into the end of our last campaign, so it spawned a lot of interesting thoughts, like the name Savathor that you heard today. A lot of our last campaign allow us for some very rich lore to go into our new campaign. So we'll see where that underwater city. I'm very, very curious of how that grows. But and then we go into Saturday with Lord Gazumba, and then May 13th we're starting Alien with Kurt on, I think that's the Darling channel, because I saw the mimic with the green mouth. Yep, so we're playing Alien there, which will be fun. And then we pick up the next Sunday with Sir Pete there. Are we session zeroing? Is that on stream?
Yep, session 0 on stream.
Session 0/1.
Yeah, okay, because we're already experienced together. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's going to be literally just an introduction. What's going to be the bit of the campaign, a little bit of that sort of stuff, the setting.
Okay.
Obviously, go through a few things because some people are quite interested what happens in session 0s, and because we don't normally stream our session 0s. However, because we all play together, we know each other's a lot of limits on that, so we don't need to discuss the normal private side of things. We can do that on the stream itself.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Thanks so much for the donations to 988. Thanks so much for the Ko-Fi donations. And I think we're going to press off to our dear friends in Portugal, Orc Skull. But thank you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Oh, cool. We got 15, we got 18, 23. Go! Thanks everybody for